So we're entering an era where anyone can build anything, which is really exciting. So I am launching a company and I want to take you on this journey with me. A project that I have, which is it's at breakthecubicle.com/paddock. I'm going to eventually get a different URL that's dedicated to Paddock because this is starting to become a bigger project. But anyway, everything was built by AI. This logo, it did it for me. Didn't have to hire a developer to get all this up and going. So my thesis is that the AI agent economy is going to take off in the next 5 years, and I want to be the data layer source. So I'm going to track all the volume and the transactions, and then I'm going to put it into categories, and we can do all sorts of stuff with the data. So I'm tracking this right now. The current volume is pretty low, but as it grows, my theory is that people will be more interested in the data. So what I recently did was create an API and an MCP. So MCP is when you are in Claude. Let's say we did a I'm in Claude Code right now, but let me just do. Okay, so let's do a new chat. And then if I want to add something from here, that's how I can do it. So you can have connectors, you can have skills. So that is coming from MCP, which is I will basically, anybody can ask my data questions through just asking a question. So I have it here, like a little chat box to say which virtual agent tokens are moving, and then it would query Paddock data and give you an answer. So um, this is what I've built so far, and what I'm going to um, do next is have Claude be a strategist for me. So I asked it, I said, I want it to create an outreach strategy for me and how people, who are the customers that are going to do this AI agent commerce, who's interested in it, and how it can help people. So this, I'm actually going to take you through this document, and basically direct outreach, and then the other pillar, which is around social media, but this document is only focused on outreach. And so we have different uh, audiences, and then also I asked it to find me playbooks from other companies so I can learn how they grew. So this is my one paragraph about Paddock. It's the data layer for AI agent commerce. AI agents are starting to pay for things on their own. So they're starting to do things on the internet. And they need data. They're paying for API calls. They would need sometimes something to take action. So that's how they're executing their their directives from humans. And then it's all happening on chain because of a protocol called X402, which is from Coinbase. But it was kind of an original standard that no one really used until now. And so what this means on chain means that I can read the blockchain. Okay. And so then it captures, I've set up snapshots of the whole ecosystem every night. And so it's compounding where, like every day, my data is getting smarter, basically. Okay. So we have two paid products. One is the API and MCP, which I cover. I'll go into more detail too. But what is the problem that it's solving by audience? So this would actually have taken me so much longer to do, but luckily I have AI on my side. All right. So the audience for builders. Um, if you want to know which categories to build your API in, this data will tell you what to do. If you are a VC or an analyst and you want to write reports on the AI agent economy, there's really no place that you can go aside from Paddock. For traders, if you're looking at tokens that are on the AI agent economy, you would want to know what the data is saying. And then this is a DeFi, this is similar to DeFi Llama, where protocols and services can list on Paddock too. Okay, So how comparable companies? So DeFi Llama is kind of the biggest similarity, I think, because they did open source DeFi data, and then it is the default citation layer for DeFi, and then yeah, just we want to be neutral and citable for Paddock. Dune Analytics is another company that does basically queryable dashboards. So people can create their own dashboards with this data. Nansen, I don't actually know too much about this one. It's when institutional buyers. Okay, so yeah, their VC firms and hedge funds are their clients, and then they want a deeper understanding of wallet behaviors. Okay, so that's maybe something I need to look into. We actually have this a few terms that we're coming up with. So like spend share is. Let me show you on our website. We talk about spend share. Um, so it is a percentage of agent payments going to each category. So for example, like right now, data scraping, it's 54% of the where that's where the money is going. Okay. Boardroom Insiders is another interesting company. They basically I think had a subscription for all these big companies, which was executive research. But similar to us, we're executive research for the AI agent economy. Okay. Um, yeah, so now it gave me a few target lists of, I think builders is definitely one that's really important to us because people who are developers and want to tap into this X42 ecosystem, they are going to really benefit from our data. And so I will eventually try to go through all these and build a strategy around that. So VCs, analysts, and funds, but again, we wanted to be citable, and we're going to be like sort of neutral and just track and see what the data is telling us, not really be uh, favoring anything. So VCs and those people can benefit from our data. Okay, channels. So this is where the audience lives. Again, this is all the research that it's done for me. I don't have to sit here for hours doing this research. This is pretty great. So I really liked this. And then, um, okay, yeah, so just kind of like unique moves that I should do. I actually have to read this in detail later, but um, okay, the message, yeah, so it gives me templates for outreach. Can we build an outreach agent? I think it's recommending to not do it later, but it's actually telling me how in Claude Code I can actually create an agent like this. So this is something I really need you guys to understand is when you are in your Claude, you can add a connector, and so add add from GitHub. So this button will allow you to connect your GitHub, and then when you are in code here, you can actually, describe what you wanted to do. It will push to your GitHub, so like make all the changes, and then Claude will review it. So if you go to projects and you go to your um, files here, I can hit GitHub. I can actually hit sync, and then that means that it will have the latest code to do. And so now I can ask questions to my code, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, so this is our plan. I guess it's an outreach plan. It's a starting. And then I also had it do a work breakdown schedule for me. So, this can help me project manage my tasks, what I'm going to build and start creating content for. But yeah, so this is our different projects that it wants to have me create. And so the MCP, again, I think that's a really great gateway into our because people can just ask questions directly in a chat and on our market page. So Paddock/market. What are the AI agents paying for? Um, and let's see, ship what agents already buy. Oh, wait, sorry, this isn't the right one. It's tokens. Yeah, here we go. So ask Claude about agent tokens using live data. So you can see how to connect. You go to the Claude desktop. You can actually use this with any LLM, and then you just copy, and it'll give you this. So my next step is to actually submit to the Anthropic marketplace, which I will be doing. Maybe I'll add that onto this video, but um, yeah, that's where we are. So uh, it also had docs for me, so I asked it to create, information. So once you, what people who buy this access, let's see, I actually haven't tested this yet, but yeah. So if you were to subscribe, then um, these docs will tell you how to use your API key and get going on Paddock. So, yep, exciting times.